all of history is a race between education and catastrophe. We need to change ourselves to become better citizens and better able to live with each other. And it is education that is the best hope of accomplishing that. What's Ohio Wesleyan got to do with it? I think if we have anything unique, I would say it is the emphasis on public service and involvement in community that has been a long tradition here.
Ohio Wesleyan students have really been different, and I think this goes back to our founding. It's always been a place of service, always being a place of trying to better and to improve the world. I did a study about 5 years ago. We surveyed Ohio Wesleyan alums, and we asked them a simple question. Do you volunteer, and where do you volunteer? And the amazing thing was that our students volunteer at twice the national rate of other college graduates. That's just phenomenal. 85% of Ohio Wesleyan alums are engaged in some kind of community service volunteer work.
If the alumni are showing double the national average, that's no surprise to me. We're pretty focused on being true servant leaders.
There are varying opportunities for social justice initiatives at Ohio Wesleyan. There are opportunities for winter break, spring break, and the summer, and students can go anywhere around the world.
We don't go to Geneva and eat chocolates where students will parachute it into an enclave in an international community. We don't do it that way.
In my freshman year, I applied to a trip to go to Ghana on a cultural immersion trip. We served in an orphanage and we toured the country.
We stayed at the home of people in Nogales, Mexico, finding out how they live, finding out why it was people wanted to come to the United States.
And we stayed within the shelter, the biggest one in the nation. You would see them in the shelter with us in the mornings, working so hard with us, and then they would go shower up and get in a suit and with their BlackBerry go to work. Just learning that, I mean, I can look a homeless person in the eye and smile and not have this stereotype.
Well, exposing students to that is much better. It really affects their lives deeply.
We have to be aware, and we have to know that we're interdependent of one another.
I don't believe there's anything more important in our society that's going on than developing people with that kind of perspective, and Ohio Wesleyan does it better than perhaps any, or certainly than most.
This entire trip cemented in my mind what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, which is go into the field of global health. I think that it's a human right, and I think that I really need to be doing that.
The point is, our students are not just concerned with learning. They learn the stuff, they accomplish, but they also want to give back. They want to do things, they want to apply their knowledge.
That is part of the future of the liberal arts and part of the very promising future of Ohio Wesleyan.